How to wash clothes by hand. How can I wash my clothes by hand? Welcome to this channel for all things home and living for modern women, making your life simple but elegant. My name is Florence at florencestraka.com. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to wash clothes by hand. And I'll tell you the truth, I've been washing my clothes by hand for so many years. I don't know what a washing machine was or a dryer was until I moved into the state about 11 years ago. Even then, I have to learn how to use the dryer or the washing machine. So I still do most of my washing by hand because it's just so easy and something simple that I'm used to, and I'm going to show you how to wash your clothes by hand in this video. So are you ready? Let's go. So the same rule applies whether you are washing your clothes in a washing machine or by hand. You can use a container, a white container. You can use a bucket to do your washing in it. It's just so simple. Some people do their washing in their bathtub. I don't feel comfortable doing it in there, so I use my basement sink to wash my clothes. Sometimes I use a bucket. So all you have to do is just fill in, just as you will do. And we are just going to make sure we don't have anything in here, and then we just fill this up. And the water I'm using is warm and cold, so it's warm, it's not all that cold. And then I use 2 soaps. I'm going to use this Tide Simple Clean and Fresh. I just like the smell. It gives a good smell to your clothes. So I'm going to pour like one of that and then put it in here. Alright, so just as you wash your clothes in the washing machine, light colors, do all light colors all together. And we are going to soak the clothes in here. And then just soak it. We are just going to soak it for 30 minutes. And how much water you need to wash this should be enough. You don't need too much water. So as this is done, we just put our hands, soak it in, and leave it to soak for 30 minutes. Then we'll start washing. Alright, so it's been 30 minutes, and the next soap I use Zoti soap. It's a bar soap. Smells good. It's safe for delicate clothes, so you don't want to use harsh soap for your clothes. I always make sure that I use something else because we're going to need this to scrub the armpit of our clothes, the color of our clothes, to make sure that everything is clean nicely. So now to start, first thing you need to start from the armpit of the clothes. That is very important. Right, and then just scrub it and move to the next one, the armpit. Scrub it together, and then you need your collars. Then with your collars, and then once you get those, now move to the front and just use your soap, and just like that. Gonna wash this twice, and then just put this on in another pan, and then you start the same process again. The armpit of the clothes, and then just scrub, and then you move to the next one because these are the places that needs to be cleaned. And then you move to the collar of your clothes. Then just rub these. And one tip, when you are using your soap, don't leave it in the water like that because you are wasting it. It's just going to be wasted too quickly. So I don't leave my soap in the water. I take it out. And then you just go one by one. That is done. Take that out. Start with the next one. This is just a small brush, so just go around it. Then and this is how I wash my clothes. Easy, simple to do. And also make sure your nails, be careful if you have nails, you have to be careful. So move to the next one. Going to do the armpit. These are my underwear. I'm going to just do this. That is done. You don't have to spend too much time. And then if you have a pant, this is my work pant, I go to the bottom. You need to have those washed nicely clean. And go inside that. Make sure the inside is clean. Then just come around. Same thing, go inside and then scrub it. If you are going to do your laundry, wear something short on your arm. Alright, that is done. The next one. I'm going to go to the armpit first. The armpit. Now we're gonna let the water drain out. We're just gonna rinse this out. I'm gonna close this again. We're just gonna wash this again. This time, because we've already washed the armpit of the clothes, make sure all is clean. We're just gonna wash this roughly. Just like that. It's not gonna take us too much time. Let's go over it one more time. As that is done, you can see the water is much better than the first one. Alright, now that this is done, we are going to make sure we get all the soap come out of here, because we are just at the final stage of our washing. And we just cover this up again. This time we are just going to rinse. Going to rinse our clothes. So I'm going to start. Squeezing our clothes out. Alright, so we had enough water, and now we are just going to rinse our clothes. Just like that. You squeeze them, but not too much to stretch them, but to be able to at least get the water out. Just like, if you live in a third world country, you learn how to manage water, so you can't be rinsing your clothes one by one in a water, you have to put them all together. This is now clean. Clothes is clean, so we are just gonna rinse it out, and it smells good too, the soap. This, you don't need any how to make the clothes smell, because the detergent we use and then the bar soap we use smells good, so you already have the smell with the clothes. So as you rinse, you squeeze but not too stretchy. You don't stretch it out, so you just squeeze like that, but not too stretchy. You can see. All right, so now that we are done, after that you just drain your water out. Make sure you clean this out. And now we're just going to dry our clothes. Now that we finished hand washing our clothes, or I show you a little tutorial about how to wash your clothes by hand, now we need to hang them. If you have a good weather outside, you can hang them outside. I normally do that during the summer, where I have drying line outside that I hang my clothes on, because I want to have fresh air instead of using the dryer, and to save money on my electric bill. So most of the summer I hang all my things outside. I will hand wash them, hang them outside. So today it's snowing, so there's no way I can hang them outside, and I don't want to use the dryer, so I have a drying line in my basement. If you have a basement, you can do that. If not, they have other drying racks that you can buy in the market, and put that in your basement or in your garage or wherever that will be convenient for you that gets heat. Because at the basement I have my gas here, the heater is here, so it dries things so quickly. So just have a drying line. As you can see, I have one all the way down here, and I just hang my things on them. And so I'm going to start hanging. You can see this is our clothes that we just finished washing, and we are just going right away to hang them. And it's easy to do. What I do is, once you take the clothes out and I just shake, you see it's not draining with water or anything like that. You just squeeze the water out a little bit, all right? And then you just shake it like that. Once you shake it, it should straighten up a little, and then we just hang it. And you can see, hang right here, like that. Just like that. Shake it. And you straighten it up a little, just like that, before you hang it. And then hang it all the way down, so you just have that little tiny hanging. So it will dry quickly for you. Same thing as the spoon shaking. Shaking like this. As you can see, we just finished drying our clothes. Sometimes you don't have enough space to dry everything. Another trick that I use is this. As you can see down here, the little stuff that you don't have space for, if you have a laundry basket like this, just hang them on the side. Just hang them like that. Like those socks, like that. Just like this, and then just let it be. And just leave it. And you will see, as air goes around, it will all dry out. One thing also I will suggest is, when you dry your items, make sure, because it's going to be leaking, there's going to be a leaking of water, it's going to be leaking on the floor. Make sure you don't have any rags that is going to soak in. And so if it's just a bare floor like that, when the water, when it drains on there, you can just wipe it off. So just keep that in mind. So another tip, if you want to know your clothes, how to wash them, it's simple to know. Just go inside, whatever clothes it is, every cloth has a tag inside. Go inside, look inside the tag. It tells you how to wash them. If it is, you can mix them with light colors. If it can only be washed separately, if you can iron them, it gives you all that instruction inside the tag of every cloth that you have. So that can help you a lot. If you just wondered, how can I wash this clothes? If this clothes can be washed by hand, or if the clothes can only be washed by washing machine. You will know inside the tag of your clothes. Another tip I have for you is always use a mild, gentle detergent on your clothes, even if it's a washing machine, because you don't want to use harsh soaps that will discolor the clothes. You want to maintain the color at the same time wash them. And another tip for washing your clothes is make sure you wash the armpit of your clothes and then the neck of your clothes, because those are where you accumulate a lot of stains and sweat and smell. So make sure those are the big parts. Once you get all those done, everything should be good. And now I just walk you through how to wash your clothes by hand. If you want to learn how to do laundry, I have a tutorial video on that which is coming up for you. Go and watch that next, and that will help you a lot as well. And also, last tip, once you finish doing your laundry, your hands are all dried out. Right now, my hands is all dried, if you can see it. What I do to make sure my hands are all dried out is I just wash my hands, and I'm gonna do that right now. All right, I wet my hand. Just wet your hand. Once you do that, what helps me a lot is Vaseline. I use Vaseline for everything. Vaseline is what I use with my hands. So once you finish washing your clothes by hand, go ahead and wash your hands neatly clean. Apply Vaseline in your palm and then rub it together, and then all that. And that should keep your hands moist from drying out because of all the soap, the water, everything you put your hands in. So you're gonna be feeling that. So that's what helps me, and I wanna just give you that tip. Just rub it all out, make sure it's all done, and then now you can see the difference. See, before it was so white and dried, now you see it works like magic. So Vaseline, use that after you hand wash your clothes. You apply Vaseline on your hands to get your hands moisture, to keep a moisture on your hands, and then you can go and use other hand creams that you use. But baseline should be a Vaseline, and it works wonders, and you will see the difference if you normally wash clothes by hand, because I do that all the time. So that's the trick I got for getting my hands moisture all the time after I finish washing my clothes by hand. And I hope this video helps you. I will see you on my next one. Stay healthy, stay blessed, and I'll catch you up on my next video. Stay healthy. Bye.